Jaylen-Crocker Johnson, Cade Tyson. Questions for either of the athletes?
Jaylen, you, nothing really came easy for you guys tonight, but you found a way to prevail. You in overtime hit the big three at the top of the key, kind of straight on, and then another basket, kind of a little bunny in the lane. You talk about, kind of sticking with it, persevering through some of the struggles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Not every game is going to be easy. Winning's hard in college basketball for sure. So, we're definitely going to face a lot of adversity. So, if we just stay together, everything will pull through.
You guys have gotten on a fast start in your first 3 games, and this is kind of the first game where you guys didn't jump out to a big lead right away. Was there any, reason that you think that happened? Was it kind of a hangover from the Missouri game, or kind of how do you avoid that happening going forward?
I don't think there was any specific reason. I think we prepared just how we usually prepare, and we just didn't get off to the start we wanted to. Shots weren't falling. Obviously, we want to get off to a better start, so I think we can learn a lot from this game, and that's what we'll strive to do.
Missouri threw his own defensive look at you guys, kind of stymied the offense a little bit. Same thing tonight from Green Bay. Is that a focus going forward here, is trying to crack zone defense a little bit?
Definitely, we could definitely, prepare a lot better for zone defense for sure. It's gonna take time. We just gotta flow out through the game for sure.
There was the zone defense aspect. Was there anything else that surprised you from Green Bay tonight?
They was going from man zone, like throwing different zones at us. So we just had to really recognize and sit down. We was getting out of our offense, not running with pace. So I feel like once we started running with pace and being a lot more aggressive and reading the defense, we started to be fine.
Cade, 3 times here so far in the season, you've gone to the free throw line double-digit times, 10 or more. Never done that before in your career. Do you feel like you're finding kind of a new aggression in your game this season?
I think you could say that, yeah. And I also take great pride in our offense and the offense Coach Medved likes to run. I think there's great opportunity to get downhill, get aggressive, and also get fouled on cuts and other stuff like that close to the rim. So I'd say a lot of that is credited to the offense as well.
All right, thanks, guys. What item is today? You guys have both done it, so it's like all the time.
Yeah, is that, I mean, obviously, I don't
She just yanked, in a different situation, I would have made a big issue of that, but I don't see that.
do you normally get opposing coaches?
The only, I've been doing this for 4 years, the only time I remember was like Matt Painter and Tom Izzo.
You don't get opposing coaches.
Not in here. I think they got an away.
Where?
There's like an away press run when there's like away media.
You know, it wasn't always like this, we weren't always treated as a nuisance.
I'll have to take your word for it. It was a long time ago, this stuff.
All right, joined by Minnesota head coach Niko Medved. Coach, give an opening statement and they'll follow with questions. Coach?
Start by giving Green Bay a lot of credit. I told our guys last night and today, I said, we're going to get a really, really spirited effort from them. They had a teammate go down in the first, 4 minutes of the game the other night against St. Thomas, and it was one of those deals, and without talking about it, it was a pretty rattling deal, and I think it really kind of shattered my, and I knew they would rally and respond. They played really, really physical. They played really hard. And, of all the games, we've had all the films, and they have not played a possession of zone, and they kind of did a great job of, every time down, they would change defenses, right? It could be a man, could be this 1-2-2. Really, really, kind of frustrated us early, took us out of rhythm. Thought our guys did compete, on the defensive end. We hung in there. But, a little bit of frustration, I think, kind of set in with the guys. And I think it's good to go through that. I told them, hey, this is what basketball is. Games are like that sometimes. And you got to find a way to be resilient and find different ways to win. And, halftime, second half was a little bit better for us. But, man, I felt like it was in the twilight zone when the free throw line there. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. And these are guys, I think, who are good free throw shooters. I don't know if we got a little bit rattled there down the stretch. But having said that, Chauncey, people might have thought the shot when I think we knew right away it wasn't going to count. And so right away it's like, hey, we got to win this 5-minute game. And to our guys' credit, I thought in the overtime guys stepped up and, Croc made a couple of huge shots. Knocked down our free throws, and we found a way to get out of here with a win.
Questions for Coach?
Do you tell a guy like Jaylen when the shots aren't falling, hey man,
Yeah.
keep firing away?
No, I think it's a fine line. I mean, and I think probably with me, it's probably a little bit different because I've coached Jaylen, and so here's a guy who shot 41% from three in Mountain West play last year, right? So he's done it before, right? But they're not going in, and I think sometimes the worst thing you can do is just try to shoot yourself out of it. And so, no, I think that you got to have a mindset sometimes of playing the next session, keep shooting good shots, and that way. But he'll snap out of it and find his way. I don't have any doubt, about that. And again, when it mattered the most tonight, he made a couple of huge plays.
So you just trusted him, even though you say sometimes it's the worst thing to do to shoot your way out of it. You trusted him to shoot his way out of it.
Yeah, I don't know if he shot his way out of it. I mean, he took those ones early in the game, right? I think he took 3 of them really early, right? So
Right.
I don't think he stopped shooting threes after that. But sometimes, man, the game's on the line there in the end, and you're open, and he had the guts to step up and knock it down, and you gotta be able to play. You can't play, just gotta play smart, but you can't play scared. You gotta go and make the play, and that was a shot he kind of needed to shoot in that moment, and the biggest one went in.
Rob had some foul troubles kind of throughout the game. This was a game he probably had a good opportunity to flex a little bit of muscle inside. How much did that kind of throw a little bit of a monkey wrench in the game plan?
It threw a little bit of a wrench. I mean, our physicality changes when he's not in the game. And so, yeah, just no rhythm tonight, right? Just foul, and then picked up his third again and just really couldn't get in any kind of a groove in the game. And so, but again, those things happen. It's basketball. You get into foul trouble. maybe see something you hadn't seen all year. And that's kind of what happened tonight. And then, sometimes you get frustrated, shots aren't falling, and just wasn't his night tonight. But again, guys, I mean, I've been doing this a long time, and people always like, winning's hard, man. It's hard. You just look at college basketball is unique that way. You any night something can happen, and that's what makes it such a beautiful game. And but we'll learn a lot from this. Having to go through this kind of a game, I think close game is going to be good for this team down the stretch.
You mentioned the free throws. Is it a type of thing that you just kind of throw out the window, or how do you avoid it becoming a bigger issue?
I don't know. I mean, I don't have the stats in front of me. Was there one game we shot like 85% from the line? I don't know, what game was it, right? One of those ones early, so I mean, you got guys who made them before. I mean, I'm not worried about Cade Tyson missing free throws. He missed them tonight, you know what I mean? But sometimes it's just felt like I was in the twilight zone a little bit. Man, we work on free throws every day. Our teams in the past have always been good free throw shooting teams. So we shoot them every day. Tonight was just one of those nights. And I don't know, maybe just down the stretch, maybe some of that frustration, those things can be kind of compound on each other a little bit. But I think our guys will settle in, and we'll be okay moving forward.
This was kind of the first game you didn't have a big start where you jumped out to a big lead. Did you sense any, hangover after the Missouri game, or was it just an execution thing?
No, I don't think so. I mean, again, basketball is a streaky game. I mean, it's unrealistic to think you're going to jump on teams right away, all the time. I will say this. I mean, I thought defensively early we were pretty good. So I didn't think it was any kind of that we were locked in defensively. We were challenging them. We just really couldn't get anything. But I think it was 8-2, wasn't it? It was 8-2. We had that and one with Grayson. We missed the free throw, you know what I mean, after it. But so I don't know that we got off to a really. It was just sort of after that point. I just felt like we just got stuck in the mud. We just couldn't get in any kind of rhythm offensively at all. And again, give them credit for what they did.
Green Bay threw a lot of looks at you defensively.
Yeah.
You mentioned it. Missouri game zone kind of stymied the offense there in the first half. What do you need to kind of look for from the team to break through on that?
I mean, at the end of the day, too, I tell people you can only practice what you've seen. You can't practice the exception to the rule. Sometimes early in the season, it happens. Somebody might throw something at you that they haven't done all year on film, right? That's early in the season. And so I thought those things, in Missouri, it was great though. It kind of slowed us down, but the second half, I thought we attacked it beautifully, right? We came out, made an adjustment. I thought we attacked it well. We were much better in the second half. You look at the numbers again. If a couple of those free throws go down and whatever, we were kind of able to separate. But it'll be good for us, Teams will probably do that. Our stuff can be hard to guard sometimes, and teams will probably try to muck it up. But again, I think they're teachable moments, and you got to try to give your guys, when people are changing defenses, you got to try to keep it simple, right? You can't be over there trying to overthink what they're doing, and be good for our guys. Remember, we got 11 new players. You know what I mean? It's kind of the first time you've been through this stuff, and again, I think we'll learn from it. It'll be good moving forward.
What was the message to the team in the locker room after the game? Obviously, basketball season doesn't slow down, so
No.
got another game in a couple days.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. I think that, I asked the guys, how many guys were frustrated here tonight? Yeah, coaches are frustrated. It was a frustrating game. But I thought we battled through it. I mean, I saw the huddles. I didn't see anybody, pointing fingers or hanging their head. They were all trying to pick each other up, and I thought they had the right message. I thought they continued to play hard, right, as the game went on, and I was proud of them. I mean, again, winning is hard, and again, this was one of those weird games tonight. Didn't go our way, but we found a way to win, man, and that's what you have to do sometimes.
Yeah, just to sum up, I've already gotten a couple of texts from people who were fans who are like, how do we go to overtime with Green Bay? But
Yeah.
it seems like you're telling us that blowing 10 teams out by 20 points to start the season is not necessarily the way to get better.
I mean, probably some truth to that, but unfortunately, look around the country too. There's scores like that every night. It's just, basketball's hard. College hoops. One night you're on these short turnarounds and whatever, and things happen. And so I've been doing this a long time. Every season that I've been through, even on our best teams, there's games. You know what I mean? That are kind of hard to explain sometimes. but it was hard to explain. That team played hard, and they kind of took us out of kilter. Maybe there's some things I think we'll learn from it. And but listen, I don't get caught up in that. Whether you win by this or whatever. I'm a process guy, and we just got to continue to get better. But yeah, winning's hard, and yeah, blowing out teams all the time like that. I wish it were that easy. It's a lot more fun and enjoyable for coaches, but unfortunately, that's not the way it works.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yep.